Okay.
All right.
I'd like to play a little game with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Would You Rather. You know this game?
I think so. Could you
Okay. It's
explain
like
it though?
you get a choice. I'm gonna give you two scenarios. You have to pick which one you would rather do
I see.
or rather have
Okay.
happen to you.
Okay. For example, would you rather be blind or deaf? Right.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's kind of offensive.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
I mean, clearly, deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, do
Okay.
you have anything to start out?
I have something to start off with. Okay. Would you rather
Mm-hmm.
you live in a world very much like the one we live in now, except there are no pockets.
I see.
There are no pockets whatsoever, which is really inconvenient, because you can't put your hands
Right.
in your pockets.
One would think maybe you'd get used to that.
No, because here's
No.
the thing.
Okay.
Here's what makes it a living hell is that you remember somehow
Mm-hmm.
what it was like to have pockets.
Okay. So humanity remembers what it was like.
Well, you don't know if humanity does, but you do.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's
sort
all
of
that matters, I suppose.
It's sort of something like you're not sure if you feel equipped to even talk about it with people. It's like, hey, do you guys remember pockets?
And nobody. Yeah.
It's like, but it's
you don't even want to bring it up.
Yeah, because like,
Yeah.
what if you're crazy?
Right.
But you know how awesome it was.
Yeah. It's like when you were a kid and there was the gremlins, but you didn't tell anybody about them.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, if that helps you,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So, all right, I live in a world with no pockets, but I remember
but you
having
remember
pockets.
vividly. You remember them.
What about kangaroos? What's the kangaroo situation? Is that
Velcro. They just like Velcro. They're like baby joeys to their tummies, and they hop around.
okay? So the baby kangaroo is born with Velcro.
No,
Attached to it?
It has to get like
It's
the
gotta
whole.
get fitted.
The whole economy for kangaroo society has to change as a result of this one minor. It's like chaos theory.
Right.
Butterfly flapped its wings in Texas,
Right.
and Hitler gets elected president of Ecuador.
Exactly.
Type thing.
Yeah.
So the kangaroos have to go down to the local stationery store and buy Velcro strips and get little adhesives and like put them on their tummies and then put them on like the backs.
What did kangaroos do before Velcro was invented?
Oh, they had pouches before then, but they don't remember them because they had a different evolutionary
Okay, I see.
history than humans did,
So
or at least
I
you.
just need to be clear here because I'm just all fitting.
There's
into
no
the
pockets.
decision I make.
Okay.
So the kangaroos, once Velcro was invented, they started to switch.
Because otherwise like they were just hopping around and like babies were just flying everywhere because like there was no pouches.
The pouches just suddenly just stopped happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They went with pockets.
Okay.
Nobody
And
knows.
so Velcro was their
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, nobody knows exactly how it happened.
Instead of just the baby kangaroos
Yeah.
evolving and just going by themselves.
Yeah,
They still decided to stick them to themselves
Yeah.
by Velcro.
Yeah, because they're young and they need a lot of care and they're dependent on their mothers very much for care and everything. It was just for the sake of argument, just one day
Okay.
there were no more pockets,
Gotcha.
and you could remember the time when there was no pockets.
Okay.
But one day, no pockets.
No pockets. Gotcha. Okay.
'Twas a Thursday.
Okay.
This happened.
Mm-hmm. Thursday is a day.
If it had to happen on any day,
yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday's not a bad day.
No.
Yeah.
As far as days go.
Right. And as far as pockets go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like day bash or anything, but
Mhm.
I mean,
No one. Yeah.
Wednesday's a pretty crap day.
Yeah. What are you, dome of? Okay. What's the other option?
The other option is that if you don't like that one, I have another option for you.
Mm-hmm.
Every time there is a key moment, a milestone in your life,
Mhm.
whether it's like your son graduating from college or your son, getting his first car, or your son, dying of syphilis, or
Right.
your son contracting rabies, or your son,
Mm-hmm.
crashing the car and dying of AIDS, or like your son.
At the same time.
All these milestones that would happen in your life.
Okay.
Like when you graduate college, or like when your son gets plastic surgery to become a woman.
Right.
All these milestones in your life, no
Mhm.
matter how your grandfather dies,
Mhm.
your
Mhm.
son has AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
Some milestone in your life, whether it's good or bad,
Right.
is always punctuated
Mm-hmm.
by David Blaine appearing out of nowhere and punching you in the nuts and running away.
Jesus. I don't like that at all.
No one likes that.
And it's always David Blaine.
Always David Blaine. Or at least someone who looks enough like him to fool you.
Okay, I see.
He runs away so fast you've never been able to catch him and say, "Hey, are you the real Dave? Why are you punching me in the nuts? David Blaine.
So
Yeah.
punches you in the nuts and then just runs.
Runs.
Every milestone.
Runs
This
away.
does not sound fun at all.
No. So and
But
here's
who's defining these milestones? I mean, let's say I.
David Blaine.
Ah, I see. So David Blaine he's the one who's evaluating my life constantly.
Well, here's the thing. The real David Blaine is evaluating. We don't know if the guy who's punching you, if he is the real David Blaine. It could be.
Okay.
I mean, it probably is because it's the real David Blaine who knows about what's going on.
Right.
But you know that feeling you get when you're welling up with pride or sadness,
Mm-hmm.
because your son graduated from syphilis college,
right?
And he's gonna have a lifetime supply of car crashing into AIDS trucks,
right?
Getting rabies,
right?
Like every time you have that feeling,
mm-hmm.
that familiar feeling,
yeah,
you know what's coming next.
Okay, so I brace
David
for
Blaine.
it. So am I born like this, or is this something that just starts happening on a Thursday?
It begins on your 13th birthday.
Okay. So my 13th birthday is a milestone in itself.
Yes.
And then David Blaine punches me in the nuts.
Yeah, that was
the first time I'm very confused.
Yeah.
I just think, why did David Blaine? I think, hey, a magician, it's my birthday, and then he punches me in the nuts and runs.
Yeah.
And then I'm very confused.
Yes.
And then
it happens another time after that.
Right. The next milestone. Right. I see. Which would naturally be
many years
time
later.
I touched my cousin in the closet.
Many years later.
Right.
Because not much going on with you.
I guess. Yeah. Pretty boring as far as it goes. Yeah.
So you only get punched in the nuts a few times.
Okay. Here's a weird scenario.
Okay.
Because this would seem like a double whammy, if you will. What if one of the milestones is a celebrity punching me in the nuts?
Oh.
Because that would be okay. Like if anybody punches me in the nuts, it's not really a milestone.
Yes.
But let's say
Kevin Spacey.
Sure.
I don't know.
Right. Roger Federer.
Sure.
Right?
Kevin Federline.
Yeah, exactly. Comes out, or that guy from that movie, The Matrix.
Yeah.
John Seagren.
Yeah, sure.
Comes and he punches me in the nuts. That's kind of a milestone, because like a famous guy punching me in the nuts.
John Seagren. Sorry, I'm just trying to add some intrigue here. Like I let it go and then wait a minute.
Okay. So one of these famous dudes punching me in the nuts.
Yes.
That's kind of a milestone in my life, personally.
Yeah, well, it would be.
So
your life doesn't have that many milestones. I mean,
no,
what? You graduate from college and your son gets syphilis.
Yeah.
And, you got your car has AIDS. I mean, there's only a few things that happen.
There's only so many things.
Yeah.
Right.
Your grandfather dies.
Right. Yeah. So he would come in and he would just, he'd see me writhing in pain from the first nut punch, and he would just boom. Double, just.
Here's the thing:
again.
David Blaine is punching you in the nuts. He might not be aware of the specifics of the milestone in question. He just knows it happened.
Okay. He's got like a milestone sense, like a spider
he doesn't.
sense.
He doesn't get the details. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe he does.
Mhm. Okay.
You've never been able to talk to him because he runs away. As I've said.
Right, and I can never catch him.
No. Well, you're in pain.
Yeah.
And he's very fast.
Mm-hmm. He's a fast guy. Okay, well, I'd say this is a tough decision. Mm-hmm. All right, so to recap, so
no pockets, but you remember them.
But I remember having
vividly.
Pockets. Okay,
and it's frustrating every day.
Right.
Or David Blaine, nut punch every time. Key moment of your life, a formative experience. You see the Grand Canyon.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. The Grand Canyon has AIDS.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, let me think. Okay, let me just clarify really fast, because so there's no pocket watches.
No.
Okay.
Well, there are pocket watches. There's no place to put them, so they're no longer called pocket watches.
Right. They're just called.
Like in a world
wizards.
in a world with no wrists, would you call them wrist watches?
Right.
No, they'd just be watches that you'd wear. You'd wear them on your ankle or something.
Right, or your dick.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to choose. Wait, hold on. Is David Blaine? What's he wearing? Is he wearing a suit?
No, he's wearing
wearing what he usually wears, kind of like a tight black.
Yeah,
muscle shirt.
It's kind of a broy attire that he wears when he's doing his street magic.
I don't care for that.
No.
I'm gonna take the pockets simply because of his attire.
Yeah. You're gonna
choose the
okay.
pockets.
So it'll be the pockets.
Yeah, it only took me about 10 minutes and
All right,
31 seconds
that's
to
good.
decide.
That's good. All right. Well,
this has been fun.
I've learned a lot about you as a result of this.
I've
This
learned a
little
lot
game.
about myself and David Blaine and syphilis and pockets.
I hope we get to play this again sometime.
Me too. And by play this game again, I hope you mean play this game again, naturally.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was way too long.
Give the natives their land back.